We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Hi, this is me, Ben. Bing. This is Ava. Bong. We enjoyed meeting Bob at Joffrey's. Bing. Bong. We would like you to start the show now.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now stopping at Disney's Polynesian Resort. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors until the monorail stops completely.
Well, I guess it's okay to start the show now, Bob. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is ResortLoop.com.
Really?
Ben and Ava brought us into the show.
Oh, my gosh.
Bing and Bong, apparently, have new nicknames.
How about that? I got to tell you something. Meeting those two were fantastic at Tea Traders. They are just such cute kids.
They sound adorable.
They were wonderful. I got their autograph.
Nice.
And we're actually, I don't mean to tease this. We don't tease shows.
No, ever. Never, ever.
But we're going to have them on the show here
How exciting.
very soon. So
How exciting.
Can't wait. Thank you, Ben and Ava, and thanks for the Wells family for coming over and visiting me at the big Looper meet.
And really, I told you, no big deal.
No, they were a huge deal. What are you talking about? They were huge.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, yeah. Well, we knew that.
No. No, awesome. Thank you, everybody. It looked great. I was following along on social media and watching your videos.
Good time. It was
which the
really
videos now,
yes.
Let's just jump into this.
Uh-huh.
You can see on the YouTube channel.
You can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to that.
A lot of people are subscribing. It's awesome.
Because then you'll see, you'll be the first to know when we post new videos, and we've got some really cool stuff coming.
Cool.
Very cool stuff coming.
Almost too cool.
We're working on it. We've got so much stuff going on, guys, that we're trying to get everything done for you.
We're working on it.
But,
we've had a weird week, a couple of weeks here in Northeast Ohio. Our friend Katie, I think she must have been from Chicago, dropped us a couple voicemails talking about supporting the Cubs.
Supported the Cubs. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
We congratulate everybody in Chicago and the Cubs for
I'll be honest.
Great series.
If we weren't from Ohio and we didn't follow the Indians,
oh, absolutely.
How can you root against the Cubs?
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, if the Indians were going to lose.
And we knew they would.
And we knew they would.
There's a shot.
No.
So that was the Browns I was thinking
of. Hey, we just set a record. The Browns just set a record.
Woo!
Woohoo!
What was that record, Bob?
Yeah, we're 12 losses in a row.
Dating back to last year.
Franchise record.
And if we work hard and all get behind the team, we can make it 13.
This isn't the Bob and Tim show, by the way. This is actually a Disney podcast. So
should we get into that part of the show?
Please, can we?
We can. First, I have a new review I'd like to read.
Oh, new review?
A new review.
Oh, yeah.
I love these
reviews. I remember this lady.
I know.
Young lady.
Why don't you just
jump to the
end? Jump to the end of the thing.
Go ahead. There you go.
iTunes review says, how have I not written a review for you guys yet? Well, anyway, Bob and Tim, or Tim and Bob, are among the best Disney podcasters I've ever heard.
Well, that's awfully nice.
She apparently listens to just one show.
I paid her well.
You did. They are positive and informational while being relaxed and funny. Tim is quick-witted and clever.
Wow.
While Bob is all heart, but willing to make jabs at himself to amuse us.
Yeah, thanks, Dee Dee.
And honestly, for everybody who hasn't met him, he'll take jabs from anybody.
Yeah, I do.
They both love Disney, but do not sugarcoat things that they don't like and give honest opinions.
Avatar.
Wow, all blue. You're feeling blue today?
Yeah.
Blue and tall. I had the honor of meeting and hanging out with Bob recently, and I can honestly say he is everything he appears to be on the show. He wears bad clothes. Oh, wait. That was me.
That's not what it
I'm sorry.
says.
She did not say that.
Come on.
He turned a fan into a friend. Tim, you're next. Yes, we are. Honestly, what more can I say? You're doing an amazing job. Thank you for everything. That is Dee Dee Herring.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Yeah,
Dee Dee, thank you very much.
It was wonderful. She hung with me for 2 days of my Looper Meet weekend, and it was just great spending time with her. She's a sweetheart.
And I'm sure now she can reiterate, a little bit of Bob goes a long way. I'm kidding.
No, she could probably say that.
Nice. And then one more thing I want to bring up before we get into the heart of the show.
Okay.
The meat of the show.
We'd like to do a show.
The entree.
Today. Can we please?
I know we would. We have a new supporter over at Patreon. For those who would like to help us support this fiasco we're throwing together.
Oh.
Miss Allison Brummage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Allison. That's very nice of you. We appreciate our Patreon folks so much, and we can't thank you enough. It's allowing us to expand LooperNation and do some more things like the YouTube channel, Resort Loop or ResortLoop.com to find us on YouTube. It's helping us plan and have more Looper meets all around. This isn't just going to be at Walt Disney World. We're planning Looper meets in many locations now. So
other locales.
So thank you all over there at Patreon for that.
So Bob, since I've done an awful lot of talking.
And the show's over.
And see you, everybody.
Wait a minute.
What's the show? I didn't mean stealing your line.
My line.
I didn't stealing your line. What's the show about, Bob?
All right.
Let's hit the ground running.
Thanksgiving's right around the corner, Tim.
Yes,
we're so close. We have so much to be thankful for.
We do.
Thankful for.
Yes.
In Loopernation and with the Walt Disney Company and all the great things that they're getting together for us, getting ready for us. Here in America, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Okay, never mind.
All right,
we thought,
for once,
I thought for once. You were always thinking. I thought for once. Hey, we have so much to be thankful for. What are we ticked off about?
That's right. Let's turn this 180 degrees around.
And honestly, it happened right after the Indians lost. What are we ticked off about?
Wow.
When it comes to visiting a Disney park.
Right.
So we put that out to LooperNation. It's time to air your grievances.
Once again.
Your pet peeves. This is what is your Disney park's pet peeves?
I love this because everybody's fresh off their summer vacations. Maybe back from their early food and wine trip.
Yeah. And now they're thinking about all the things that have happened to them, the good and the bad, and
the
some
loopers
ugly.
are angry. That, my friend.
Yeah. All right, start us off there, Tim.
I will start us off with Pam Chapman. She goes, having to leave on board my flight right now at MCO. She's waiting to leave as she was taking this.
How about that?
That is awesome.
Following us at the airport.
At the MCO. Thanks, Pamela.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Pamela. Gary at DBC Nuts says, inconsiderate people is his pet peeve. I have seen people littering without a second thought, pushing, shoving their way through lines and crowds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that ain't cool, man.
No.
Not cool.
No. Let's go to Disney and act like we're at Disney.
Be nice.
Just be nice. There's our bumper sticker again.
There you go.
Nick Salcedo says, people not respecting personal space in the queues.
Oh, geez, yes.
Don't like people breathing on me when I can't move. He goes, hashtag first world problems and hashtag LooperNation. I will throw in there.
Yeah.
You can use this line.
Yeah.
Get out of my bubble.
Yes.
And you can throw a little something in between those two if you want, but it's a family show. I looked it up.
We're all in the Disney bubble. We don't have to be all in each other's bubbles.
Right. Get out of my personal bubble.
Little bubbles.
You're pretty close now. You are close.
It's not my doing.
Well, I guess.
It's warm in the studio today,
it is warm
by the way. What is going
greenhouse
on?
Effect or something going on.
I mean, I know it's nice here in Northeast Ohio, but still. Christina at Raising Las Vegas says her pet peeve is when adults push past my very young kids to get a better spot.
Oh.
The 4-year-old wasn't blocking your view, buddy?
Exactly.
That's what she says.
Oh, Christina, I feel that pain. Zach Parker. He says, people completely stopping in the middle of a walking path.
Okay, that's mine.
That's your pet peeve? You're walking, you're making a good clip. All of a sudden, they hit the brakes.
To look at a map, take a picture, just to have the head swiveling,
exactly,
figuring out where they're at, move to the side. It's like a highway. You're on a highway.
That's right.
Do you stop in the middle of a highway? No.
Not if you can help it.
You move over.
That's what you say, on your left.
Passing on the left. All right. WDW Words on Twitter says, when people decide to stop right in front of you to take pictures.
You know, if it's a selfie, just get your angry face on so you're in their selfie.
Yeah.
Photo bomb with a mean look.
I like that. No obscenities.
No gestures.
No gestures.
No, just maybe your angry eyes.
Yeah.
Did you pack your angry eyes?
I have Betty Davis eyes.
You do.
I do.
Oh,
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, you know. I don't have that raspy of a voice to keep going with that, so good thing. Tim Elbing Jr., he says the cell phones are recording fireworks and shows and parades. People just need to live in the moment and enjoy life as it's happening.
Exactly.
Tim, although I'm Tim, I totally agree with you because you're not going to watch those videos anyway.
No, who does?
Oh my gosh.
How many do we need posted on YouTube and Facebook and
Exactly.
Twitter and everywhere else?
Don't watch your vacation through a viewfinder or on a cell phone screen.
There you go.
Hold up a big iPad.
Exactly.
Then let's see. Then Ant Wells kicks in. He goes, must admit, I do tend to record on my camera, but not like some do where they hold it up and block people behind them. Although large iPads are worse.
Yo,
You don't want to be in there with your iPad Pro.
Oh, sheesh.
I walk in with my iMac and I just start holding it up.
I've seen one of those in Spaceship Earth, up at the very top where it's the darkest.
Yeah.
And then they turn the light on because they got a videotape. Stop it.
Once they go to the light, bugs are just flying toward it. The Cybugs from Wreck-It Ralph.
Exactly.
Let's see. Tim Elbing agrees with that, and then Tony McDaniel clicks in and says Ant Wells very reminiscent of Mufasa holding up Simba in The Lion King.
I want to see that meme. That's a good meme.
That is a good one. Let's see. Then they just batter back and forth, and that's the king of pet peeves. Why did they do it on the dark rides?
Exactly.
Ugh.
Exactly. We love that you guys are interacting
That is the
on
best.
these. That's fantastic.
Pretty soon they won't even need us, Bob. Oh, whoa! I'm not sure about this.
You shouldn't have told them.
Sorry.
I think they already
That
know
never happened. Look at this pen. Look at this pen.
Edit. Look at this pen. Click. Okay, Ant Wells goes on to say, I really dislike the people that cut through a line to join other people quite a long way ahead. I don't mind it so much when it's a parent with a young child who has been to the loo because they can't hold it anymore, been there, although didn't rejoin the line. It's the people who must have left their group to get a drink or something else and then push past after you've been in line for at least 20 minutes already. When we bumped into Tamara, they know Tamara.
The Venn diagram is closing in.
Exactly. During the Halloween party across the room in the line for Pirates, her family waited for us to catch up to them rather than us pushing through. That's the way you get your party together, not annoying everyone else by jumping the line.
That's classy.
That's classy. And
That's how you do it.
Tamara agreed with Ant on that one.
Nice. Tony McDaniels, he has 2 words for us.
Yeah.
Weaponized strollers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How many bad ankles do we have out there?
Oh. Lynn Stacy Smith says, I got nailed in the ankle by one of those Disney rental strollers once.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Tony says, I hate those hard plastic things. They're the worst. And she says, it was from behind, too, strolling along at Hollywood Studios in front of what used to be Villains in Vogue.
Oh, yeah.
The store there.
Yep. People are looking around. They're pushing that stroller, and they're looking around because that's what you do. You're supposed to look around at Disney.
They like you to look.
But you're not looking in front of you and you're tagging somebody.
Exactly.
You know.
And like we said, it's not like your little umbrella strollers with no damaging things. These have like battering rams on the front.
Right. Exactly. By the way, I met Lynn and her lovely husband Chuck.
Nice.
At the Looper meet.
Look at
They
you.
were very nice coming by.
Dropping names.
You know, I know people.
You do know people.
I know
you know more people than you did a couple weeks ago. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Love
It's
it.
Wonderful. Johnny Suzette Angel says, oh boy, depends on the day, but truly, people who can't say excuse me or sorry if they have hit you. Just rude. Or when I go with someone using a mobility device and how so many people just ignore them.
Oh.
They stop short in front of them. They literally walk over the front of the scooter.
Wow. That's rude.
That's rude.
Although I remember stopping short was a good move. I heard that somewhere.
No, I don't think so.
Probably not in the
You
theme
could
park
hurt
anyway.
somebody's ankle.
Jen Stead. And I did get it right finally.
Yeah, finally.
I was almost not even going to reference it, but I had
Tamara's given us a thumbs up on that one.
When you're on a parked bus or a packed bus and at the end of a long day and someone won't give up their seat to an elderly person.
Oh, you know that's a big one of mine.
Oh, I know. Well,
Don't get me started.
He's got his angry eyes. Or a parent holding a heavily passed out child. I also want to add about the people waiting on the bus, giving lip or a hard time to the folks on wheelchairs or the bus driver taking their time getting on the bus. What the heck is going on with people?
What is going? That can't be at Walt Disney World.
Were you at another park? Oh, Jen, this is even making me angry. My father was in a wheelchair, and folks used to do that to him sometimes. Burns me up every time, and it should. You're at Disney with 2 capable legs. Stop complaining. Things could be worse. Jen, I totally agree with you.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
That is ridiculous.
And that's why I carry a taser.
He doesn't.
I
Folks,
don't carry a taser.
He doesn't.
And don't try to take one in the parks.
He doesn't do that, folks.
I don't.
Now they're not going to want to come and see you at the next Looper
They know
meet.
I don't have a taser.
No, they want to see you.
Nobody wants to see me.
There's money hanging out there.
Money?
For your picture, mister.
Once again, do not taste people. Unless they're really rude.
as Tamara Spidell said, so
She says,
rude.
Yeah, wow, Big Meanie's so rude. Kind of like from Family... I was going to say Family Ties. That's the wrong show.
Full House.
Full House. So rude.
Fuller House.
I've not seen that yet.
I haven't either, and I don't want to.
Oh, I got to see
Florence Hankey Porter, good pal of the show, she was at the Rocketeers meet
it. I saw the pictures.
this
Fantastic.
past weekend at the Wine and Dine. Was that
Wearing
the
our
Wine and Dine?
Rocketeers gear. It was awesome.
Yeah. A group of people walking slowly or stopping 5 across, oblivious that they are blocking the entire walk in both directions. Yeah, why you all got to be side by side?
I don't know. It's like they're doing the can dance down Main Street,
Like
USA.
ducks. You walk like ducks. Everybody in a row. Let's
a
go,
flying V?
people. Those are geese.
Those are
Do you
geese?
not know your birds?
Mighty Ducks were in a flying V, but they were skating.
That's because Emilio Estevez doesn't know the difference between a duck and a goose either.
Oh my goodness! I hear you. Barbara Holloway Hamilton goes stopping short in the middle and blocking the path. Please move over. Or standing in a long line for food, and then the person in front of you gets up to order and can't decide what they've had, and they've had 20 minutes.
They're hitting all of my top
I know.
ones.
Other than that, I pretty much am happy to be there. She can put up with anything. I will say,
Yeah.
the menus have pictures on them.
Yes.
It's not even like you have to remember
Yes.
a number or a letter. Just say, I'll have that picture right there.
Yes. The late, great John Panette. That was one of his big pet peeves.
It was.
At Kentucky Fried Chicken, he'd say,
Should I have the chicken
they just
or the
got
chicken?
They wait forever, and then they don't know what they're getting. Tamara Spidell says, ditto to so many of the above comments. Another one I have is the electronic menu board at the quick service restaurants. They're not so easy to read, especially when they scroll through so quickly. Maybe this is just a problem for my aging eyes.
Oh, okay.
She's so young. I
She
met
is.
her. What is she talking about? I've learned to look for the hard copy menus at the registers so I can more closely study my food options at my own pace. Okay, now, there you go. That's the very after all of these, an hour and a half of doing this show so far.
Yes.
That's the first one that's about Disney and not about your fellow guests.
Gotcha.
One. I'm just saying, there's a theme here.
Greg Nevis says, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. Brace yourself, Greg. But this is about how over-the-top Disney... About the over-the-top Disney fans. It's almost like we
Is
practice.
he talking about us? He's talking
He
about
might be.
us?
Let's face it, you have your Disney haters, and then you have your Disney lovers who just drive you crazy with it. And if there's someone who can get on my nerves, it's with the Dismania. You know it must be bad.
What?
If you're the Disney expert...
Listen, Greg,
and you want to make sure
hold
everybody
up.
knows you're the Disney expert...
Greg's part of the Disney Dudes podcast. What's he doing? What's he talking about?
Is he calling himself out?
I think he's.
Oh,
I think he
man.
is. Check him out over there at Disney Dudes. podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's. Oh, Greg.
Nice.
Kyle Ostrander says the entitled Disney owes me everything.
Yes,
guest.
they do.
Yes, we pay a lot of money and expect over-the-top service, but don't get mad at a cast member and cause a scene just because you missed a show time, because you were eating. Seriously. Saw this outside Disney Junior Live one time.
Wow.
You are supposed to do everything I tell you because I'm on vacation at Disney World and everybody says how great you cast members are, so do it.
I am here. Now let the show begin.
No.
Re-rack everything. Take it from the top.
No.
No?
Can we please remember the cast members are people too?
They are. They're not animatronics.
They're not animatronics.
Yet.
You don't know what kind of day they're having. Well, that's true. Yeah, they are. Disney's working on that one.
Oh, Rocketeer running captain and a blogger, Emily Hansa Hicks.
Yeah.
She was not being able to walk out of Epcot to the Crescent Lake Resorts with a half-full French slushie in hand.
Oh.
They make you finish it before leaving, which leads to... Say it.
Brain freeze.
Absolutely.
Ouch.
Nah. Tamara says, "Oh my gosh, Emily, yes, the struggle is so real. The struggle is real," she says. Emily goes, "It just happened today."
Yeah.
Tamara said she had a fresh wound. Sorry about that. We'll fix that later. Kyle's advice, drink beer.
Yeah, well, you don't get those frozen ones, maybe.
Oh, that's what Aaron, Mr. Ritmaster, said. He goes, the frozen Kirin with that big ice blob on the top.
Yeah, nice bottle of wine. Nice Chianti and fava beans.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh. All right. The original Super Looper and now my golfing companion.
Well, listen to you, more people.
I know people. Joe Quattrochi says, my pet peeve is when entering the park, guests not knowing how to scan using their magic band and fingers on the sensors. This technology has been in use at the parks for years and waiting behind groups of people that either don't know how to place Mickey to Mickey and put their fingers on the sensor. Also, when in line, it's annoying when you are standing behind people that refuse to take the initiative to go to an open touch point to scan in. As a Disney veteran, I am always tempted to walk around everyone and go to the front and scan in, but of course I don't, and wait patiently like a good looper, because Joe doesn't want to get thrown out the park.
No, there is that. You can do that if you have a flag, and you just walk with the flag in front of you and hold it up, and people will follow you. I've seen it happen.
We should do that.
That'd be awesome.
Just walk around. Make it an orange flag. They'll follow.
Heather Brown says, after multiple park days, I'm kicked back in the hot tub, enjoying some quiet and child adult relaxation time, and here come the unsupervised young kids who turn the hot tub into Cannonball Central.
Cannonball!
Which is also known as people and children's soup.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Ugh.
No, I agree. We know that it's for kids, but, supervise your children.
The hot tubs aren't always for kids. Some kids,
the
little kids shouldn't be in hot tubs.
Right. And some of those bubbles aren't from the jets.
Well, I can't blame that on the kids. Although I do.
Monica Rodriguez Pinto. Monica. I agree with all of the above, except with Mickey Dude Greg Nevis.
Uh-huh.
Having a podcast probably qualifies us as over-the-top Disney fans.
Hey, wait.
She's House in the Mouse.
She is?
Yeah. All these podcasters jumping in here for free plugs.
Wow.
I can't believe Greg Nevis from Disney Dudes Podcast and Monica Pinto from Mouse in Our House Podcast, Mouse in the House Podcast, would stoop so low to make us say Disney Dudes Podcast and Mouse in the House Podcast.
We will not do that.
No, we won't. We're not going to mention them.
No.
I have two huge pet peeves, she says. First, not being at Walt Disney World.
Oh, that's
and second, not having the world to ourselves. I mean, how awesome would that be? Okay, I won't be greedy. Maybe I'll be okay with letting in 50 other guests in each park besides us.
She's paying for the 50 guests. I'm in.
Absolutely, Monica. Her shows must be doing better than ours.
Must be.
She's going to shut down the whole park for herself and 50 friends.
I'll tell you, if it was just me in the park, that'd be a little spooky.
I told you to be nicer to her.
I'm adorable.
Sorry, Monica.
I apologize for what I did or did not do. Sandy Lopez, she goes, at the end of a long day in the parks, getting on the packed resort buses, and the adults sitting, don't offer any seats to kids who are standing and tired.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for your angry eyes to go back.
Louis Vasquez says, closing the Dole Whip and Citrus Swirl stands early, also not opening for extra magic hours. So sad.
What?
Tony McDaniel agrees. He just says, preach it.
Preach it, brother.
I agree. Yeah, you did have it.
I did. Sheila Ginsburg.
Oh, Sheila.
I would have to say, it's seen all the people staring at their phones, documenting their visit, instead of being there.
Yep.
As well as sometimes blocking things by holding up their phones or the iPads, for heaven's sake, to
those
record
iPads.
a video. I must say I enjoy looking at photos, and I have taken my fair share, so I have mixed feelings about it. Also, for Walt Disney World, it would not be the hot, humid weather for much of the year. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to fight. You know that going in. You're going in July. You know it's going to be hot.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Or if it's February and you're in the Animal Kingdom Lodge, it's still hot.
I got to tell you, it was beautiful in October.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. I'm surprised you came back.
Yeah, me too. My kids like to eat. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Fish Sean Woosley. Woo! Says, watching people in line on their cell phones. It should be family time and a way to enjoy family time. People who stop strollers right in the middle of places like Main Street while everyone is trying to walk past.
Exactly.
Both of those. Great.
Bam.
Bam?
Bam.
You cooking something over there?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would make a bam noise.
Yeah.
Summer Leganic says, oh my goodness, the iPad's recording anything at night and people that use flashes on dark rides.
Oh, yeah.
And they never come out.
They're not going to come out.
Ever. Hello? Your picture from your phone with that flash will never turn out.
See, she knows too.
She does. So please, people, turn off the darn flash at the very least. She goes, the rant's over. However, she will try to let it go while in the parks. And I do not want anything tarnishing my magic. Keep up the great work, Bob and Tim.
Oh.
Where's the Tim and Bob? Love the show.
Oh, well, thank you, Summer. Yeah. She's right, though. You take a picture with the flash on.
Never.
You know what you're getting? You're getting the bar in front of the ride in the Haunted Mansion. You're not
Right.
getting any of the Haunted Mansion.
No.
You're just getting the bar in the front. That's the only thing that's going to light up.
And you're not getting the ghost because the ghost is light. You can't put a flash on light.
Oh, no, they disappeared.
Exactly.
Like vampires in the mirror.
I don't even know what that means.
I notice you never get near a mirror.
That's true.
Vicky Marie says, rude cast members. We were unlucky enough to encounter 2 on the last trip, and although they were clearly an exception, it really annoyed me. However, I did tweet their details to the WDW Today page, and they were reported to their supervisors. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I have another one, she says. People who keep their children out late when they would clearly rather be in bed.
That's true.
Oh, that's a big one.
Because if the kids aren't happy, the parents aren't happy, and the people around them certainly aren't happy.
There you go. There you go.
Julia Marie Rose goes, oh, I'm ready. When one family member tries to hog a huge spot with a good view of Wishes an hour before the show starts for the rest of the family, and their party of 5 or more people show while they go on the rides, eat, what have you, no. I wish cast members would monitor these areas so people couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Like at certain table restaurants when you have to have your whole party present to be seated. Maybe I'm ruining the fun, but I'm still a little salty about an experience last week where I had to sit down and a lady shrieked, "That's saved for my family." I'm not sure if that's what she sounded like.
The road?
or not.
How do you save a road or the curb for your family?
Well, generally you like lay down a jacket.
A seat, I understand. How many jackets? You
I
can't
carry-
have that many jackets.
I carry police scene tape just in case.
That's a good call.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need a full roll, but maybe like I like to reserve like 40, 50 yards along Main Street for a parade.
Folks, you don't want to know what he does on the weekends. Scott Campbell, good pal of the show, Scott
Yes,
Campbell.
you met him too.
Dixie Landings Radio.
Are you doing it again?
What is going on?
That's crazy.
Removing turkey legs from the parks. Glad they realized how dumb that idea was and brought them back. Using a single person to hold a spot in line and then 20-plus people joining in. People going through Fast Pass Plus line without a Fast Pass.
Ooh, called out. Yep.
Come on.
Can't do that.
Calling attractions the wrong name. Fast Track, the golf ball, etc.
I will say, we do call it the golf ball occasionally.
Oh, Dee Dee Herring chimed in. She said, Scott, calling the attractions the wrong name bugs the crap out of me. Dee Dee, watch your language. I've heard it happen on Disney Podcast, not this one, or yours,
Well,
she says.
Might have heard on this one.
I've heard it on his. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Don't let him fool you, Dee Dee. He seems like a nice guy.
A podcast whom shall remain nameless had a discussion on Star Tours and multiple times called the discussion, or through the discussion, called it Star Wars.
Oh.
I get the mistake once, but not through an entire 10-minute discussion. I also hate it when I hear Haunted Mansion called the Haunted House. The golf ball irritates me too.
Uh-oh.
And Tamara chimed in, yes, I also go crazy when people mispronounce Anna's name. It's Anna Sheesh.
Anna Sheesh?
I don't think it's Anna Sheesh.
Is that her last name?
Maybe.
Okay.
Do they ever give the last name?
It's probably Sheesh.
What's the deal with people who can't pronounce people's names? Am I right, Bob and Tim? What's she getting at?
She's right, Tamara.
What's
Tamara is totally right.
Tomorrow she might be right.
Hey, we did it for a while. No one is.
We tried.
Remember Jenstead?
As a joke, I said that to her
Yes.
at the Looper meet.
Yes.
Yeah, my cheek still hurts. She smacked that.
What?
She smacked me.
You didn't sit down for a few days then, did you?
Not that one.
Oh, sorry.
Lisa Yost chimed in, too. She says, Tamara, my 5-year-old daughter goes nuts when saying Anna wrong, too. She corrects my mom all the time.
Oh.
So there you go. Calling out Grandma.
Courtney Crumb, she goes, I get so annoyed with these people dragging a crying child around the park who should really be allowed to sleep. Like Vicky Marie.
There you go.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah.
That poor baby, even if the baby is 10, clearly needs to sleep and is bothering everyone else, get a stroller and push them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You will walk in like it.
Yeah, because it kills the magic for everybody when you get a
does.
screaming, upset child. So.
It does. Thanks, Courtney.
Scotty Fody says, any auditorium seating feature like Muppets 3D, and people do not walk to the end of the row after hearing the cast member several times say to keep moving.
Right.
And that's the first part. The second is those same individuals staring at you as you climb over them with 2 kids, a bag, and accidentally bang their thigh.
Oh, my.
And you, in return, give them the, hey, can't you follow instructions, look back. Trust me, you've all been there. Vicky Marie says, we went to see PhilharMagic at Mickey's Not So Scary. As we went in, the cast member started her speech. As you come in, pick a row, and then sit wherever you want. It was so funny, we all burst out laughing. There must have been only 20 people there, and she clearly wasn't bothered about us all moving to the end of the row.
Nice. Let's see, Jeannie Woodland, she goes, I can't pre-check or have things mailed because I live in Canada.
That's rough.
My goodness.
I don't understand that.
I don't know. I also don't see why they can't add wine to Tony's in the Magic Kingdom. It might be coming.
You think?
They've already broken the wine barrier there.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And if Tony's needs a little oomph,
oh my,
it's had to up that menu a little bit.
Okay.
Christine Diane says, "Me too. We can't order Joffrey's."
I know.
That's
We're
that whole
working
Canada
on that.
border thing.
We're
Must be a
working on
wall.
that.
It's like there's a wall
with our pals over at Joffrey's.
Exactly. And then let's see here, a little more some little more shout outs. We want some wine.
I'll take some wine.
You take some wine right now?
You got any?
I don't have it here. Not in the studio.
Then don't. Why'd you bring it up?
I didn't. Actually, Jeannie Woodland brought it
up. Kathy Brown Bildo.
Oh, it might have been Janine, by the way. I might have said her name wrong. Surprisingly enough, getting back to what Tamara said.
Exactly. Kathy says, the 10 strollers in a group letting no one else pass. Yeah.
Like a motorcycle gang.
Like a gang. With all the leather, and it's just frightening.
Christy Diane says, the parade thing. When I've been waiting forever, because I had a little foresight and planned my life accordingly. And someone strolls up and stands right in front of me, and she goes, I'm 5'2", so I'm short, but I'm not invisible. Exactly.
No.
And that's when that taser comes in handy.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Don't they sell those up and down the line before the parades come?
They might. The cast members need them.
They
I know
should.
that.
They should if they know.
Adam Bilstein says, or Blystein says, iPads should not be used as video cameras to record fireworks, especially when you have to hold them up in the air to get a good picture.
Hold them up in the air like you just don't care.
You're blocking everybody behind you.
And they don't care.
They don't care.
That's why they got a 9.7-inch screen blaring down on people.
Absolutely.
Dee Dee Herring.
Dee Dee.
We know her. She goes, drives me crazy when people take flash photography in the dark rides. I also don't like when people walk around the park smoking when there are clear non-smoking signs.
Yes.
It irritates me even more when cast members walk by and say nothing to them. My biggest pet peeve is when large groups, be it Brazilian tour groups or groups that kids are there for cheerleading, etc., take up large areas of walking space by camping out on the ground in a walkway. Oh, and the photo of the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower will be my biggest pet peeve if they dare do that to my beloved Disney's Hollywood Studios Tower.
Yeah, there's no plans for that.
But there might be.
No, there's not any plans for that. They're not going to do that. I forgot to add this. Tamara Spidell added, and people with vape pens who think they can vape wherever they want because it's not smoke.
Oh, it's not smoke.
No. You just look like
San Francisco.
The train.
Look like a foggy day in San Francisco. Ever seen those things flowing out of a car?
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Let's see. Pat Genetti goes, one of my biggest pet peeves is not getting that ADR. No matter how hard you have tried, you're on your app, on the computer 100 days out, and still no availability. Really, that many people are as crazy as you are. And as soon as that window for booking opens up, really? Oh, and then the kicker, when you can't get that ADR and you go by the restaurant, and clearly there are tables open.
Yeah.
But no, they can't sit you at this time Ugh.
Now, how do you fix that, Tim?
Well,
how do you
first of
fix
all,
the whole ADR thing?
I call this problem the Bob Collar syndrome.
No. No.
Was he
I don't
trying to
have
get
to
you
do
in
that
there?
anymore.
You don't?
No.
Why is that?
I contact Tyler over at peoplemovertravel.com.
Let him do the work for you.
And he does the work for me. I don't have to sit there in all hours of the night trying to get that ADR.
Nice.
He takes care of it for me.
He's a good guy.
Peoplemovertravel.com.
That's Tyler.
Andrew A. Roberts says, mine is that DVC, mine is that my home DVC resort is Old Key West, but I really want to stay at the value rooms at Animal Kingdom Lodge. But there's never any availability at the 7-month mark, even on the wait list.
I'm not sure those rooms really exist.
No.
You see them everywhere. People talk about them.
They talk about them.
Nobody can get in them.
Right.
I don't think they exist.
Hey, you might be right.
Janet Fraser Sala says that the dining plan being perceived as a value. Run the numbers, folks. Unless you're eating out at a lot of character buffets, all with the same bad food, I might add, you are not saving any money.
Yeah.
Just pay that money into your portfolio if you're looking for convenience.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true.
Yeah. Unless it's the free dining, I say, put that money in your own account and use it as you would instead of giving it to Disney, because if you break even, you break even. But if you come in a little short, you get to keep that money.
Right.
So.
And it's a lot of hassle. I don't really want to worry about on my vacation. Am I getting the value?
Right.
Just get what you want. Pay for it.
Exactly. Jamie Price says, what is a pet peeve? Is that when you want to bludgeon someone repeatedly with a plastic spork? If so, I have several pet peeves. I will only mention one. It drives me insane when the entire line is moving and there are a couple of morons standing in front of me talking, totally oblivious to the fact that there is a good 50 yards between them and the rest of the line. Callie Hoovler says, curious, any reason why it's specifically a plastic spork? And Jamie Price says, because I don't own a metal one.
Nice. Well, we know what's going on his Christmas list.
Wow.
I'd like the Oneida Spork collection.
Wow. All right. Maybe we can get a Resort Loop spork.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Randy Crane, he kicks in. He goes, flash pictures of fireworks on the dark rides. They are A, pointless, and B, ruin the experience for others. Related to that, people use tablets like iPads to record fireworks, parades, or yes, the dark rides.
I know. That seems to be the biggest one.
That's a huge one.
And stopping.
Because it breaks the wall.
Yeah. Becky Longstretch says, I hate that people cannot walk on the correct side of the road. It is not that hard. It's even worse when they have a stroller and or are more than too wide coming at you on the wrong side of the road. And then they won't move out of the way anyway.
How rude. You
get 2 or 3 people. Nobody wants to kind of like, here, let me get behind my friends here.
Drafting.
No drafting. They just got to come right at you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Peg Sue Nicola says, it's all about the buses for me. People who think they must be first onto the bus even though there are 50 people already waiting when they got there. Is a close number 2, but it's got to be able-bodied young men who don't even think to give up seats when elders and young children are standing. And Peg, you just made Bob boil over again.
I hate that.
So
Come
Bob,
on.
What is your pet peeve?
Oh, I got so many. LooperNation hit them all. I don't like the stopping right in the middle of people, and then you run into the back of them, and then they look at you like, what are you running in the back of me for? Everybody's moving. The stroller thing where you're getting tagged in the ankles, the taking pictures and the dark rides with the flash, and the buses. Those are my big ones. What about you?
For me, the biggest one is trying to wait for a parade, get in a good spot. No matter what you do, people try to squeeze in around you, try to get in front of you. And I did that. I stood in a place for almost 45 minutes where there was nobody there.
Right.
I stood there, had the stroller in front of me right on the line that was taped down.
Right.
And all of a sudden, people start pushing me around. So people tried to get right next to the stroller. And they were kind of, at one point, they got in front of the stroller. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I'm pretty much anti-parade at Disney.
Yeah, it's tough. I got to do if I do a parade at Disney, it's got to be a Fast Pass Plus.
I've not done that one yet.
I got to
done
try
any of those
that.
with those.
Yeah, I haven't done it either, but I think that's going to be my plan the next time I go down.
I will say I'll try to go to Frontierland where it's kind of thinner out because I do enjoy the nighttime parades if they had them anymore.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, it's a little cooler. You don't mind standing because you don't want to stand in the sun.
No.
So. everybody in LooperNation, thank you so much for participating in that. It's always good to air your grievances just
Everybody
before
should feel better.
Thanksgiving, and you can now have Thanksgiving and be thankful that you were able to air your grievances and you've been heard.
And that you were at Disney and you were able to have some pet peeves down there.
Exactly. So,
Oh, nice.
Tim, that is all I've got.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, ResortLoop.com. And if you'd like to join us over at Patreon, contribute to the show, you can do that over there. You can find that at ResortLoop.com/support.
And I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget our YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. Have some fun with us over there. We got some cool stuff coming. Rate us on iTunes. Like us on Facebook. And what else should folks do, Tim?
Please, everyone, go out there with your friends and share the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody. With 4 theme parks, 25 resort hotels, hundreds of dining and shopping locations, and seemingly innumerable special events and ticket options, planning a trip to Walt Disney World can seem overwhelming. That's why the ResortLoop.com podcast has teamed up with People Mover Travel to help you get the most magic out of your Disney vacation. People Mover Travel will walk you through every aspect of your next Disney trip, from ensuring you get the best discounts to FastPass Plus and dining reservations and so many other things. Best of all, there is no fee for their service. That's right, you get your very own expert Disney vacation planner at no cost to you. For more information and to request a free, no-obligation quote, visit peoplemovertravel.com.